Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, I am so freaking excited for today's video. As you saw in the title, we're doing a full face of Pixie Beauty. Now, this is significant for multiple reasons. Number one, I never played with Pixie Beauty at all, like ever, and that never happens because I've pretty much had my hands in like everything you can think of in the beauty world. So for me to realize that I had never played with their products at all, I was just like, girl, you need to get on that. And so that's for me is like what's really, really special here. But more than that, the whole reason I decided to do this video and even go to their website was because they decided to do a collab with not one but two beauty influencers. They did Heart Defensor and RachLoves, and I'm so freaking excited because I feel like this is just such a good way to spread love and positivity and joy and celebration for their careers and how far they've both come, and just the amount of work that it takes to get where both of them are at is insane. And I don't know, I feel like in the beauty community, everyone's always talking about, you know, how negative everybody is and dog and everything, and I can't stand for that, and I don't want to be a part of that. I would rather be a part of something that is so exciting and uplifting, and I know how exciting this is for both of them. Now, for me personally, Heart Defensor was one that I had never watched her channel until this collab, and once I saw it, I was like, well, girl, I might want to get acquainted, and she is so freaking cute. I've watched a couple of her videos, and she's just precious, and oh my god, adorable. And her videos are so cute. Like, she's insanely talented. But for me, the catalyst that was really, really special was RachLoves. I have been watching her since before I started my own channel, and I just feel like she holds a special little place in my heart. When I started watching her, I was really getting into makeup, and I was really sick at the time. And I've told you guys this before, I'm not going to get into it, but one of the reasons I started wearing makeup is because I looked sick all the time, and I couldn't stand everybody always telling me that I looked sick. And so I started going on YouTube just to find like little ways that I didn't have to look sick all the time. And it all started with one concealer that I gently patted under my eyes, and from there it's like led to what you guys see now. And I just think it's such an awesome transformation just that I've made in the last not even 2.5 years, and I'm just so excited to see such a transformation. I know she's been on YouTube for 5 or 6 years now. She has 2 channels, children, a husband. Like, her life is just so full circle and so beautiful, and I'm so excited to be able to support that and be even a small part of what she has done and what she's become as a subscriber, as a person, as someone who just wants to be supportive. Now, I don't think I've mentioned this yet in this video. I've done 12 takes at this point. Y'all, I started this video with no mic on already, so I've already done primer, foundation, and concealer and wiped it all back off. So if I go through those things and they're not like in packages, that's why I went ahead, I wiped them all off so I could start over fresh with you guys, because I'm so invested in this video. Like, my heart is in this video, and I'm so genuinely excited. So let's go ahead and dive in for real this time. I keep checking the mic to make sure it is on, but we're going to dive into some products. We're just going to play around. It's lighthearted, it's fun. And if I didn't say this yet, congratulations to both of these beautiful women as well, because this is a huge accomplishment, and I'm just like, I'm over the moon excited for other people when they succeed, and this is one of those moments where my heart is just, it's so happy and so fulfilled. So congratulations to both of you guys. Now let's go ahead and jump in to today's video. So hair back, I know from what is about to happen, girl, we gotta take off these earrings, which, by the way, if you are curious, these earrings, which are just so adorable, these are from Bauble Bar, I believe. Yeah, actually it says it right there. These are from Bauble Bar, and I got them maybe a year or so ago, so I don't know if you can still get them, but that's where I purchased them from. And this adorable shirt is from Tarte, but I purchased this a year or 2 ago as well, so you can't get this. I know you can't, because I looked for it in the next size down. Girl, it is not made anymore. And these, like I said, I'm not sure about, but everything is just so cute, so matchy, so fun. Oh, I love it. All right, you guys, so for primers, I did purchase 2. Now, normally, you all know, I like to go in and split the face. Normally, I do Tarte as a control variable and then a new primer over here. But for today, they had 2 that I had to check out because they both looked really, really good. So this is the first one. This is their Flawless Beauty Primer. It is a brightening face primer, and look at that. It has this insane, like, bronzy sheen to it, but it looks so gorgeous. So I'm gonna apply that just a tiny bit to that half of the face, just like a couple little dots, and then rub it in. And then on the other side of the face, we're gonna go in with their Flawless and Poreless Primer. This is a pore minimizing face primer, and it has a nice, I would say like a light bone color shade to it. You can see it right there, but then when you rub it out, it just sinks into the skin like so. This didn't appear to leave a cast, So I'm just going to kind of massage it into the pores, or to my more porous areas rather. And by the way, going through today's video, all of this stuff was purchased from the Pixi website. So if you see something that you didn't see at Target or that you can't find on their website, that is why. Now going in for foundation, we're gonna grab their Beauty Balm. It says on the back of the box here, this is a medium to full coverage foundation formulated to keep skin hydrated all day. It evens out skin tone and gives complexion a flawless look. It is hydrating and long lasting. It contains ceramides, hyaluronic acid, adenosine, and chamomile extract to soothe and nourish. Now I grabbed this in the shade number 2 Nude, and my guess would be shade 1 was out because for some reason your girl bought this shade. It's okay, we're gonna make it work. Y'all know I always do, it's fine. But like, this is shade 2. And I'm a pasty queen, so the two aren't really mixing, but that's fine. Now, because I did just apply this already with no sound, I can tell you that it applied for me a little, oh my God, I'm trying to squeeze this tube. Y'all, it's a palm. I need to take a nap. But I just applied this with a brush, and it actually worked really nicely. And the way that it worked for me, at least, was applying it with a brush gave me a good extended coverage. I'm just gonna start there. And then I actually went in over top of it when I was done with the sponge, and it helped kind of smooth everything out and take away the light stipple marks. But for the most part, this had little to no issue on the skin as far as like stippling or texture or any of that. So that right there is like one very thin layer on the skin. It's a nice light amount of coverage. I do love the feel of this foundation and how it sits, but I think if I were to go in with too much all at once, it would get a little cakey. So definitely one that I would rather build up lightly in layers. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more here on my brush and kind of dabble that all over. And then buff it into the skin. And I'm just kind of going back for that medium, high medium coverage. I don't really want to build it up to where it's full, just because honestly I'm going for more of like a really nice glowy like summer look. And I feel like a lot of times when I go for full coverage with just foundation, a lot of times I end up looking cakey because I'm gonna add so many other products. It's like, screw it. We'll get to more coverage here later. All right, so here we are after applying it with a brush. I have a nice high medium coverage going on, which I love. It looks beautiful on the skin. I'm gonna go in here with my beauty sponge, and I am just very lightly tapping. And by the way, this is the Real Technique Complexion sponge. I use it fairly often, especially in the summer, because I just love the fact that it hits the whole face really quickly. Y'all, if I didn't say it, you should probably grab a snack, because this is gonna be a long video, and I'm gonna be looking tasty afterwards. So get it together, grab a snack, grab some coffee. It's gonna be a minute. Girl, I'm looking good. All right, you guys, so now it's time for concealer. This is their Pat Away Concealing Base. I have this in shade number 1 Cream, and look at that color, girl. She is nice and light, which is perfect because the base is dark, and you guys know I'm like a master wizard. I love to come over here, take a dark base like this, and try to make it match my chest. Like, this is what I do all the time, obviously, because I'm always picking the wrong shades of everything. So let's go ahead and apply some of this. And do y'all see the size, by the way, of this big old freaking beefy, I'm gonna go play with my 9-iron and use it to apply my concealer doe foot we have going on over here. It is a beefy situation. All right, so getting that all blended in, I actually really love the way that this looks on the skin. I feel like it's a really nice color actually for this foundation. It's a nice light, I would say medium coverage, but it has a really nice lightweight but glowy feel on the skin. It is beautiful. So now we're gonna go in with powders, and this is where I realized that my mic was cut off the last time. So these I have yet to put on my face, and I'm excited that we're all caught up together. So I have 2 different powders here. I have their Color Correcting Powder Foundation. It says this is a tinted miracle powder. It evens out skin tones, hides imperfections, corrects color, all while looking natural on your skin. And I have their Flawless Finishing Powder. This is a no powder powder. It does the trick in keeping skin shine free and fresh all day. Great for oily skin on hot summer weather or a quick touch up during the day. And I picked up the color foundation here in number 1 Cream, which is what I just had in concealer. And then the Flawless Finishing Powder is in number 0 Translucent. All right, so here is the powder foundation in number 1 Cream. Really nice, bright coverage. Actually not too bad either. Like, the color looks really nice. And then here is the finishing powder. It looks very similar, but it feels a lot more sheer and a lot more finely milled. So I think what I'm going to do is actually go in with the powder foundation and use that to set the face. So I'm going to re-pat out my under eyes and the crease and set those first, because y'all know the creasy worm gets the bird. Wait, what? That's incorrect. Basically, I'm just trying to tell you that my under eyes crease real bad, so I have to set them real fast. Not really seeing a lot of color with this, which is interesting. Definitely more of what I would say like a light, maybe buildable to medium powder foundation, because it's not giving me a ton of coverage. And then for the rest of the skin, I'm just gonna take my powder puff here and lightly press a thin layer all over my face. Ooh, y'all, I really love that these little compacts come with this full-size mirror. It is a nice mirror in there, let me tell you. My skin's looking really nice. It does look a little bit thicker, a little powdery right now, but that's not uncommon because, yet again, I haven't went in and set my face. All right, you guys, so now that we're diving into the rest of the face, the next step would be bronzer. And when I was on their site, I didn't see just like an individual pan bronzer. I picked this guy up, which we will get to in a second, but this is more of like a blush situation. So I'm just gonna go in real quick with my BH Cosmetics. This is in Golden Gal, and I'm going to apply that here with the IT Cosmetics Blurring Powder Brush and just bronze up the skin real quick. All right, you guys, we are good. We are bronzy. And now let's go ahead and talk about what I picked up right here. This is the Pixi Glow Cake in Gilded Bear Glow. And it's one of these really beautiful transitional palettes. I went ahead and swatched each section for you on my hand. So you have kind of a deeper bronzy shade, a pink shade right in the middle, and then this nice kind of glowy white shimmer shade. And they're all really beautiful. Now, this is something more traditionally I would use as a blush. Now, to apply it, I'm going to go in here with my IT Cosmetics Soft Touch Blush, which is just a big old fluffy brush right here. Good and stained. Love this. It's one of my favorite blush brushes. And I think based on the look I'm going to go with, I'm going to go like right in between here because I want it to be a little bit bronzy, but I also don't want to lose like that really nice pinky radiance. So I'm just going to kind of tap all through here, knock off the excess, and then apply a little blush to my cheekies. Ooh, girl. Just like that really nice shine radiance. That's real pretty. This has a really beautiful sheen to it. Like, it's not too much. It just looks nice and healthy on the cheek. Now, let's say you're looking at this and you're like, oh, it's a little bit too much. I don't really love what's going on here with this shine. Like, I still want to have a glow, but it's a little too much. I would probably leave it and just be fine with it and like really enjoy the glowy skin. But something you can do, this is the Morphe JH01 brush, and you can go in and use a brush like this, just a big old fluffy brush, to really buff that out. And what you'll end up doing is you'll buff off any extra sheen and buff in that nice like luminescence. So you'll still keep some of the sheen, but you'll kind of dull it down a little bit. But if you're trying to go even one step farther, which a lot of times I like to do this just to help dull it down even more, I will go in with a finishing powder type situation like my Hourglass, or like this one from Pixi, which we're testing out today. This is the translucent powder, and I'll take some of this on this big old fluffy brush, get it good and loaded up, and then I'll actually use that to buff in and not only blend my other powders together, but also buff out a little bit of that sheen. Oh my word, that looks beautiful. This powder is so good. Oh my God, you guys. Whoa. My skin is freaking flawless. Like, hello, do you see the level of smooth that is happening on my face right now? Even over all my texture, it looks so good. All right, so I figured while we were good and up close, I might as well leave you there. This finishing powder is crazy gorgeous on my skin. Like, I can't get over, I don't even know if it's gonna translate to camera or not, but it is gorgeous on my skin. But now we're gonna be moving into brows, so I figured we might as well leave you good and close. Brows, you know, eyes, all the goodies. I grabbed both of these little guys right here. The first one we have is their Brow Powder Palette. It says here this is their Shades of Brows palette. And I also grabbed their 2-in-1 Natural Brow Duo. It says this is a brow pencil and gel in one. And I grabbed that in Deep Brunette. So here is the little pencil. Looks like it has one of those little triangle shaped situations going on over here. Let's go ahead and swatch. Ooh, she's a little hard. Like, I'm pressing real hard now. Dang. All right. That's a little concerning. I have to press very hard to get pigment, but you can get some real precise little, like, look at those little nick marks. That's okay. You know, maybe I could probably endure the little bit of pain just to get a little tick markage. All right. And then let's go ahead and take a look at this gel here. Oh, is this oh no, it is brown. It's just a light brown. Okay, that's not really my preferred. There's no color in this. I just wiped it on my arm right there. Like, you can see the shine right there. There's no color though, like none. Like, I understand natural brows, but yo, where's the color at all? Let's go ahead here and swatch the brow powder palette. This is what I was really excited about because I love it when brands release like all options for brows into one palette, because like what if you're in between brows? What if you dye your hair? What if you're a makeup artist? Like it'd be nice to only have to buy one item. So I was super excited when I saw this. They actually feel really nice and smooth. Uh-oh. I just swatched the same one twice. Don't mind this black one up here. There's a cream one at the top and then another one here, and then these are the main 4 brow colors right there. Now I'm pretty sure out of all these colors I'm going to be going in with this one right here. I really like that shade. I think it'll work nicely for my brows, and I'm going to go ahead and shape it out here using the Morphe JS7 brow brush and start getting that in the brows. Okay, it's not my favorite brow I've ever done. It looks okay. I quite like the color. I think it's a good color. I think it'll look a little bit better once I've shaped it out, but I want to go in with a little bit here of this pencil, and I want to try to make a couple little brow hairs with it. So I'm just going to kind of line it up here and just kind of tick mark them in. Oh wow, that actually looks really good. It's a good natural little moment. Maybe, what if I could use this to maybe lightly shape it out a little here too. Okay, yeah, this isn't too bad. It performs pretty well. I think because it's a natural brow product, it's not going on super rich in pigment, which I can't really be mad at because that is what it's marketed as. Now, my only complaint, I have a feeling, is going to be the brow gel color, because you guys know at this point I really like to have color on these brows up here. But let's go ahead and apply a little bit of this just to see. Yeah, this is more or less just making my brows look wet. It's not really giving them, it's not giving them like any actual definition. I want to just show you in contrast that versus a brow product that I'm used to using. This is the first one I grabbed. It's the ABH Dip Brow Gel in dark brown. So this is what they look like without any colored brow gel in them. And then let me just show you. That's what they look like with it. Like, the difference is pretty substantial. So for me, this is definitely preferred to a clear one. But if I was having like a no makeup day and I really wanted just that tint, that would be a nice option. So I'm not mad at it for what it is. It's just for me personally, this is more of my preferred look. I'm going to go ahead real quick. I'm going to do this brow off of camera and clean them up a little bit. And then it's going to be time for some eyeshadow. Time to finally bust into these collabs we've been waiting so long for. Yes. But seriously, can we just talk about how beautiful my skin looks just one more time, because it's gorgeous. But now brows are out of the way, y'all. It is time for our first collab, the Heart Defensor palette here. I am so freaking excited. This palette is so beautiful. I love the colors. I love everything about it. I went ahead and swatched it on my arm right here. Oh my god, these are some beautiful freaking colors. I love how cohesive it is. Very bright, very summer. I love this shade with my whole existence, my whole heart, my life. So I'm going to go ahead here and prime the eyes first with my Tarte Shape Tape in Porcelain Beige. So I think I'm going to start off with this shade right here, and I'm going to go in with a Morphe M504, and I'm going to go ahead and work that through the entire crease, all the way from the inner eye to the outer V. Ooh, I love that color. That's like a really nice, easy, like wearable everyday shade. Gorgeous. I think with the same brush, I want to take the lighter bone color shade right here, and I'm just going to run that up on like the upper brow bone area just to have something to blend that shade into here. Alright guys, so I was sitting here thinking for the last couple of minutes, like, what is my favorite aspect of this palette? And what I really love about it, especially when you swatch it out, is I love how it's so easy to use for summer. It's not an overly complicated palette. It's not full of all these crazy different colors. It's really easy to use. And I want like a nice bright summer look that I think would be like super easy to recreate. So I want to go in, I think, with this nice bright pink shade, which is this guy right here. And I'm going to take my NYX Glitter Glue, pat that all over the lid, and then go in with that bright shade and pat that all over the lid as well, and then we're going to go from there. But I think that's going to give us the nice bright base that I'm going for. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I love that color so much. Now, no additional glitter glue or anything, just with my finger. I want to grab a little bit of this nice like shiny purple shade at the end there, and I want to throw a little bit of that, I think, on the outer V and the inner V, just a tiny bit, just for a little bit of depth. But I don't want to add any glitter glue because I don't want it to be like too deep on the eye. Y'all know what I didn't notice? I don't know if you can see it on camera, but right in here, y'all, my under eyes are super creasy. Like, really creasy. Now, I don't know if that's the concealer or the powder. That's kind of the downside to playing with products you're not used to, but I will go ahead and I'll try, obviously, the concealer and the powder separate. But just so you guys know, my under eyes are super, super creasy right now, so I don't love that. Now, for the lower lash line, I'm just going to grab this shade on that same Morphe M504, and I'm going to very loosely run that on the under eye, just for a little bit of color, but I don't want there to be too much. Now, before I just go ahead and move on, I just want you guys to know this is a super, super cute palette. I really love it. I love the design. I love the colors. I think it's so beautiful, and I think this would look beautiful on multiple skin tones. Like the colors in here, so vibrant, so shiny. I love them. So now y'all know it is time for highlight. Before I ever go in with highlight, I do like to spray my face. I did pick up a spray from Pixi, but it's their glow spray. So that is always a last step kind of spray. So I'm gonna go in real quick with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And while we're letting that sink in, honey, how about we talk about Rachel's palette? I am so excited. Let's dive in. I haven't even swatched it, opened it, looked at it, nothing. This is the Glow On Layers Highlighting Palette. And oh my God, this is, oh, look at this. So you open it up and you have a mirror, which is pretty significant because none of the other stuff from Pixi that I have seen has a mirror. So this is super cool. Let's go ahead and get some swatches going. So these are the two base colors. We have Tea and Clutch. Boom, boom. Oh, those feel silky. And now let's go ahead and swatch the other three. We have Lace, Zipper, and Knit. You are so beautiful to me. I'm loving this. For me and my skin tone, the one that I would probably go with is this giant pan right here in the shade Clutch. That is the top shade right here. It's the lightest. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and start. And I'm going to go in actually with my Morphe JH05. This has been one of my favorite highlighting brushes lately. I've really been loving it. I just kind of stipple it into the product like so. And then I've been really buffing my highlight in. So let's go ahead here and see kind of where we're at. Oh, okay. So now I'm left in quite the conundrum because I really love that shade. I want to do my whole face in that shade, but at the same time, I'm like, I need to play around with these other colors in here. And the whole point of this palette is that way you can kind of build and create your own highlight, similar to how you would layer on your clothing pieces. So you start with like a basic highlight, which these are your two pieces right here, and then you can add a little pop of flavor if you want to, a little depth, a little something, and you can use this on your face or your eyes. So what if I went in with a little bit of lace right here on my finger? Oh, so good. And just added like a little touch of that, like right there. Oh, Yep, let's just get her in there a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna need to be resuscitated, Rachel. Ooh, I know. Ooh. I want to take a little bit of lace as well and pop it in the center of the lid. All right, so now that we're done with highlight, I like to go in and give myself one more mist of the Morphe spray. Let that settle in here for just a second, and then we're gonna go in with the infamous Glow Spray. Now, I have never used this before. It says here this is their Glow Mist. This is an all-over face mist for glowing, luminous, and smooth complexion, enriched with 21 natural oils plus propolis, aloe vera, and fruit extract. You can use it before, during, and any time after makeup. And then shake to mix. Okay. Oh, I can definitely see at the top right there. You guys see like that really odd like yellow layer up there? That's the oil. What? So I must need to shake this real good. Okay. We're gonna go ahead, give it a test spray. Very light fragrance. Okay, nice and light on my hand. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna just go real light. I want to start with 2 sprays. I'm actually going to use those 2 sprays to go in with my beauty sponge and press it into the skin. I think I want to brighten up my under eyes just a little bit because I feel like they got a little bit dull. And you guys know I'm a fanatic about bright under eyes. So I'm actually going to grab, hold on here. This is from Dragun Beauty. I'm going to grab her bright shade right here. Nikita's got this super beautiful brightening shade, honey. And I need it on my under eye. Just going to grab a little bit here on my Sigma F05 brush. And just kind of pop that right up there. Oh, wow. So now that the under eyes are brighter, we're going to go in with our final little spray. Again, just 2 very, very small sprays of this. I don't want anything crazy because y'all know I am normal to oily and I have to let it soak in. I love dewy sprays, but I just have to be very, very careful. So next up, before we do some mascara, girl, we got to curl our lashes. Yes, Tarte Lash Curler in the house. For mascara, we're going to be going in with their Large Lash Mascara. This says it is a volumizing mascara for extreme volume and intense color. Oversized brush creates large lashes. So I just got done. I did literally 4 coats of this mascara on my upper lashes. And this, unfortunately, is the first item I have tried today from Pixi that I don't love. It just didn't do anything. Like, if I'm talking about volume, this is the exact opposite. It gave me some decent length, but my lashes are almost non-existent. You'll see them in the close-up when we're all done. This is so natural on me that I honestly, like, right now, if I wasn't filming this video, I would go over it with a thicker mascara to give me some actual volume. That doesn't make it bad. That just means for me it doesn't work as well as I would like. But y'all, let me tell you, they weren't lying about this big old beefy brush. That'll get you good, honey. Doing them lower lash lines, I was concentrating like a college student. Okay, so last up I have lips, and I grabbed 2 of their matte luster lipsticks. I have 2 different shades. I have Rose Naturelle and Bare Honey, and on my hand here this is Rose, and then this is the Bare Honey one. I think with this eye look, I'm kind of leaning towards the Bare Honey. That is interesting. These have a very odd consistency to them. Like, when I swatched it on my hand, it felt like a luminous balm sort of thing, but then when I go in on my lips, it feels a lot more matte. I actually don't know that I love this color. Hold on, I want to do the other color on my lips. These are not super rich in pigment. You definitely have to build them up a little. And okay, you guys, this is the finished look. What do we think? Full face of Pixi. This was so much fun, you guys. I love this. I do want to make one small adjustment. Collarbones, collarbones. Little on my chest. Girls looking so good. Okay, but for real, you guys, that is the end of this video. I just couldn't help myself. I'm like, oh, you know what would look real good? More shimmer on my chest. But for real, I had such a good time with these products. These are so nice. I really love Pixi, actually. I love the way that this brand looks at and examines makeup and the way that it's presented. I feel like it is very unique to the industry right now. It's very nice, it's fun, it's lighthearted, the packaging is beautiful, and it still accomplishes all the same goals, but I feel like it's packaged in a way that made me look at it and be like, ooh, this is different, this is fun, this is something unique, and I really love that. I love seeing super cute brands that they're not in a niche. It's not cutesy like, oh, let's go to Claire's, this is really cheap, low-end cutesy makeup. This is cute, like you're getting a really nice product, it's presented beautifully, but it's not taken overly serious, and I feel like in makeup right now, we're seeing a lot of very serious, like structural components and serious this, and, you know, insane graphics, and that's really big right now, which is fine if that's what you're into and if that's what your company produces and stuff, but I feel like there's just something beautiful and whimsical about Pixi and the way that it's presented that I really love, and the products I'm actually really impressed with. I feel like they all went on and applied gorgeous. My skin actually looks very nice. Now I'm gonna get real up close here for just a second. The settling that I'm getting in the fine lines around my mouth, I'm looking a little bit dry and chalky on my skin, and that's just because I am more on the oily side, like normal to oily. So for me, is the combination of the foundation and their powder probably the best? No, I think when I try this again, first thing I will do is use their foundation because I really love how glowy it looked, but I think it would look better with my Hourglass powder, and that's just because I know how that looks and wears on my skin, and I think that would help eliminate some of this like chalky look that I have on the skin. I don't think that that's their fault. I just think it's the mixture of products on my face. And y'all, Pixi, if you are watching this, you did the thing. Rachel, I love your palette. Heart Defensor, I love your palette. I love it all. You guys slayed it. I think it is so beautiful. Like, my skin looks, oh my god, like so beautiful, so glowy. I'm loving this summer fantasy right now. But again, I want to hear from you guys down below. Do you like this video? Do you like these types of videos? If there's ever a video you are curious to see, be sure to leave all of that down below. Also, be sure while you're down there, check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They're both linked in the description. They're hyperlinked, so all you have to do is click them, click follow, super easy. And you can also subscribe if you haven't done that yet, because I do upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This is the Real Techniques what is this? Ooh, look at the collarbones. Look at them dance. Look at them dance. It is the Real Techniques Complexion. I gotta give my close-up. Time for my close-up. Come here to me. I need time, would you feel? Where did that song come from? It is stuck in my head. I cannot let it go. I will not let you go, let it go. Diet Coke, Diet Coke.